everyone, welcome back to another late night Feed the Beast with me, Tick. How's it going? Right, so I've been a little bit busy. I've flattened out this area and I made myself a little walkway. I created this frozen river, which isn't complete yet, needs to go all the way out to that. And I started working on the huge tube type thing for the secret lab all the way over there. I also flattened out the top where the keep or manor house is going to be. So, been doing a little bit of work here and there, but today we're going to go mining because I haven't done any caving for a little while, and I'm running short on materials, particularly diamonds. I need to get some diamonds. Iron, not so much of a problem, but I need more tin and I need copper, funnily enough. Unfortunately, the Twilight Forest isn't working out for us because it's a bit buggy. I think that might be because of all the other mods I've got installed here. They, even on somebody who has a far more powerful rig than me, as soon as they go in the Twilight Forest, everything stutters and starts to shut down a bit. I checked the server logs and the server itself is really struggling with it. So that is unfortunate, but there's not much that can be done about that, unfortunately. For some reason I'm feeling a little bit bunged up. So we're going to go caving. We're going to have to change this. We're going to have to change this mine a little bit. At least this bit that is, visible, because as you get down to a little bit further here we go. The snow signifies that this is actually the corner of where the secret lab is going to go, so I'm going to cut all this out, cover this up, and start another tunnel off this way also, or that way. Just continue the mine in another direction. Okay, so we've mined out quite a lot of this. I'm leaving the sort of Thorncraft stuff for now. I haven't even started on that though. I did manage to snag a stack of books from a lich tower in the Twilight Forest before it all started to go to hell. I'm not sure what to do about that. I might try deleting the Twilight Forest map and reinitializing it, because maybe something went wrong during the initialization, so it could be that. Everything is all messed up at the minute. So yeah, we're just going to collect as much material as we can whilst I talk at you, where we can have a frank discussion. It's now 1st of September. I hope you guys enjoyed the late night show that I just put out. That's going to be my new regular Sunday thing. That's just well, if you've seen the show, it's a recap of the week before and a heads up about what's coming up. I get to talk about stuff that interests me that doesn't really always fit inside the Let's Play. So that's quite good. I like. I've been wanting to do something like that for a while. Thought I heard a creeper fall. And yeah, well, there's a bunch of format things that are going to be going on there. Firstly, you know that the whole point of this is that it's a sort of talk showy type thing. So I'm going to be putting. I'm going to be doing interviews with other YouTubers, content creators, mod creators, and hopefully if I can make it big enough, I'll be able to interview some much larger people, maybe even somebody at Mojang themselves. I'd really like to do that, but I've made a fair few friends recently, and a couple of them have said that they would be very happy to be interviewed by me. So that could be really good. That could be fantastic, actually. And I'm pretty excited about the opportunity for that to kick off. But that'll be another couple of weeks yet. That's there's nothing fast about trying to get into something like that. Ooh, quartz. Good. because I want to do it right. I have a habit of just sort of rushing into things and not really thinking them all the way through. So I'm taking it a bit slowly. You'll notice that there's been no channel trailer yet. This is another thing where I've been taking it slowly because it's a pretty important video that you have to have, so it has to be right. And I have some problems with the quality of my videos. I don't think they're superb quality yet. Part of that is down to my rig. It's not fantastic. It's pretty old. The machine itself is a good 6 years old now. Some of the parts in it are a couple of years old. It's got some upgrades, but it suffers from that sort of machine fatigue that you get over time. So that has been slowly improved. In fact, a big improvement should be coming up shortly, which will make everything a lot easier. But that is not going to happen for at least 2 weeks or so. Part of that is because, as I said in the Sunday show, it's my birthday coming up. That's right, 1 more week, and then I'll be even older, and I'm already quite an old man. Yeah. That is a shame. Growing older kinda sucks. What else? I've been playing Cookie Clickers like a lot, and it's all Sacherevol's fault. I think I pronounced that correctly. I'm not low enough for diamonds. Yeah, just I kind of get addicted to these kind of games every now and then, where there's nothing else to the game other than you click in a spot, and for some reason that just triggers a sort of base reaction, and it was just yeah, okay, I could do this for like 16 hours. Oh wait, I need to make videos. Oh dear. Meh, I'll just click for more cookies. And I love cookies. Bit of history. Wow, now we're going to be going to just before I met Kat, the lovely woman who is my wife, who puts up with me. We used to play a game called Star Kingdoms, old text-based game where zombies keep dropping their heads. It was, wow, it's so old, and in all honesty, the game itself was pretty terrible. It was horribly lopsided and easily exploited. And that was back in the days where I went by the full the heretic moniker. So we're definitely talking quite a long time ago. I've been known as Tick for like, what, nearly a decade now, rather than just heretic. So we are definitely going back a ways. And my signature was I'm the root of all that's evil, yeah, but you can call me Cookie. So, Blood Gangs. Lyrics. Brilliant. And it was all footing, because, I mean, who doesn't love cookies, right? Right? So that is how Kat and I met, playing a text-based strategy game. Wow. So no dating site. The original nerd dating. Meeting on forums. And so we formed, because you could have alliances inside the game itself. I'm sure some of you have played similar stuff. Where we created one called the Cookie Empire Alliance. And that was our thing. That was it. It was cookies. And everything got cookie-nated. Absolutely everything. I am not lost anymore. So yeah, I've had a long history of cookies. I used to have the domain cookieempire.co.uk.com and .org as well. I no longer own them because I let them lapse, which is a shame. I should have kept them, but I was young and impulsive and poor. I keep doing that. Being poor. It's not a good lifestyle choice. Don't do it, kids. Right, not quite what we wanted, but we didn't actually head down. I just dropped the stuff off and go back. Sorry, I am sniffing everywhere. It's pretty horrible. Sorry about that. Ooh. Sleep has been a bit awkward recently. Cat is having trouble sleeping, so that means I'm having trouble sleeping. If any of you have been in a relationship before, you know exactly how that works. Particularly if you're married. So, yeah, we've been sleeping odd hours, which makes work a little bit more difficult, but, you know, I cope, I get by. And it doesn't matter, because one day I'm going to be a YouTube millionaire. Like my heroes. And that'll be good. Oh, I did have another topic I was actually going to discuss with you, and my brain just went, nope, not today. I already talked about the Hypermind contest in the Sunday show. What didn't I talk about? I know. I didn't talk about the Dungeons & Dragon Hat livestream that I watched yesterday. Which is really good. Definitely check out the Dragon Hat. His channel is linked in the description. Fantastic guy, absolutely hilarious. And in fact, everybody who plays in that in that group are all pretty fantastic people. Many friends that I met at Insomnia, which I go into in the Sunday show. But it really gave me that itch to play D&D again. My brothers and I used to play it like almost religiously. We spent so much money on it. Nice, so there. Good thing we're not playing on UHC mode. Yeah, all the time, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And when we started, we were still in South Africa, and so we were spending hundreds of rands on it at the time, which was quite a lot of money. And I'm sure most people probably won't know much about South Africa really, other than that it was governed by horribly, horribly racist people. But the place is deeply, deeply religious. You know, for me in school, religious education classes were mandatory. You had to do them, and you had to pass them as well. You could actually fail your year if you failed religious education, which is a really odd concept to most people, and even worse to me because I'm not a believer. I don't believe in God. I find the concept itself kind of strange, because there are a lot of people who rely on God and religion. It helps them make their decisions, which is, you know, fair play to them, but my mind can't conceive of it. I make my own decisions. I'm responsible for my own actions. I can't in the end of the day, you know, blame a higher power for how things go. I only have myself. Wow, that turned a bit weird quickly, didn't it? Definitely not something I want to discuss too often. It makes people angry. Mostly because I'm very opinionated about it. Oh god, where am I going? What? Oh yes, okay. So we used to play Dungeons and Dragons, but we used to have to keep it secret. Now my parents didn't care. My parents are very great like that. They let us choose our own paths. What we want to do in life is up to us. And you know, that's actually a fairly rare thing, it seems. Why have I missed some diamonds? I'm going to check the comments for this video rigorously because you guys notice things that other people don't. I mean, I watch other people's videos, and sometimes the comments are almost scary. Particularly UHC. When you watch the Minecraft UHC, you will watch a video and you'll be like, oh yeah, that was cool. Somebody will be watching that video and they will say, at 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the video, there was Nebris. And when you go to there, you can't see anything. And what this person has managed to do somehow is find Nebris as the tiniest little speck in somebody's video. Aha! That is exactly what we wanted. Diamonds! That's something that I do that my wife finds annoying. I sing. I'm just gonna call it cat from now on. Calling her my wife sounds kind of way too possessive, and I'm not a possessive person. So, yeah. Cat finds it horrendous, mostly because I've got a very bad singing voice. Very, very bad singing voice. Let's see, why not? Oh, Fortune 1's fine. Yeah, Fortune 1 very fine. Okay. Well, we got 2 extra out of that, that's... Can't really sniff at that. So that's all good. Is that more? Yeah. I'm very bad at noticing ore. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's one of the things that I'm routinely terrible at. Oh, I've still got plenty of space. I need that lapis. I need it for the luck. Alright, okay, got a stack so far. Excellent. So, yeah, anyway. I keep flitting from subject to subject here. It's really bad form. So yes, when we started playing it, we used to have to keep it hidden. Because if we were found out playing it in school and stuff, then you know there'd be harsh words said, and our parents would be called, and my parents would find it hilarious. But you know, there's this fear when you're a child of having your school call your parents, because can you think of anything more horrifying than that? Your parents might find out about stuff you've been doing. So, no. I'm not going to try and get that. But what I can do, actually... Oh wow, actually that works out really well, because these things don't burn. Huh. See, now that's cool. Look at that, we were really learning things. So yeah, back to the D&D stories. What we used to do was, I used to play with my own group of friends, and my older brother used to play with his. And since my older brother is a good couple of years older than me, it was possible for him to just go around his friend's house to play, and they could keep it secret like that. But I couldn't do that all the time, because I couldn't be out at like 9, 10 o'clock. My parents were kind of strict on the times that you were out, because South Africa is a dangerous place. I mean, it's not beat around the bush there. It's not exactly the safest place in the world to live. And, you know, we grew up knowing that there were dangers, and sometimes even seeing these dangers. So, you know, apartheid was ending, but the country was really dangerous, and things still happened. You saw things that, you know, you shouldn't really see as kids, but they were just a fact of life. You know, I think my dad put it to me once that South Africa is one of the few places in the world where freedom was bought at the edge of a knife. So, I don't talk about my dad often, but because we used to not get on at all. But he's actually a really important person in my life. And so, I used to have to do my D&D in school, which itself was incredibly risky. Very, very risky. And even though part of the strangeness is that when it came to my parents, I did what my parents asked, for the most part. Sometimes to the point of stubbornness. But to me, school was boring. I hated school, in all honesty. I'm not a good student. I learn things quickly, really quickly. But I hate being taught too. I like to learn rather than, you know, just have somebody tell me how things are. We used to, so we're trying to play this. We're playing D&D, and in order for us to play it, we have to keep it hidden because you just simply couldn't. If you got caught with it, that was it. All your stuff would be taken. There would be absolutely no mercy. You wouldn't get it back at the end of the day because it was satanistic. That was it. You couldn't bring that stuff onto the school because you're inviting Satan into the school or something stupid like that. It was ridiculous. But that was the nature of the beast. So what we used to do is that we designed and built this mobile D&D platform, basically, where the Dungeon Master had their DM screen, but it looked like a folder. And the whole point was that we tried to make it look like we weren't doing anything bad. We were actually studying. We were doing our schoolwork, you know? Yeah. So we did that by making it look as much like schoolwork as possible, even though it most definitely wasn't. And anybody who took a close look, even maybe a cursory glance at it, would have instantly seen that it wasn't. We thought we were so clever. We really did. Oh, how little we knew. I am lost. Oh, well, we're getting to the end of this video, so I'll be able to find my way out shortly. But anyway, so we used to have this mobile DMing platform, and for the most part, everything about your character was memorized. You had to memorize it. You couldn't have any paper, except for hit point values, which were we wrote it down on our hands. So we used to walk around the school with this mobile DM platform, and desperately hoping nobody would pick us up and say, "What are you guys doing?" Because now, then we'd be compelled to tell the truth, wouldn't we? So we ran around. We walked around this, and what we used to do was just stop at stairs, and then sit on the stairs for a while because it was fairly common for the kids to sit on the stairs. Sit on the stairs, do some Dungeons and Dragons, and then every 5 minutes we would move on in this sort of strange attempt at guerrilla DMing. It was really bad. But you're kids. We were kids. We didn't know any better. Which way from here? And we got caught. We got caught one day. And Who did we get caught by? We got caught by our English teacher. Oh, I can't remember her name. Start with a K. And where is the way out? Is it this way? Yes. So we got caught by our English teacher, and she's getting ready to haul us off to the headmaster. And this was just before caning stopped in South Africa. So we were going to get caned for it. There was no two ways about it. We were simply going to get caned, and we would just have to deal with it. Our parents would get called, and there'd be a huge thing about it, and then they'd probably haul us up in front of assembly the next day to say, these are the perpetrators of the crime. Rah, rah, rah. But my friend Jared. No, this is Jared. Who was it? No, I can't remember. Minor friend. Jared was the important friend. In the quick thinking, said that we were role playing as missionaries, trying to save the world, which instantly threw this teacher aback, because that clearly wasn't what they saw, was it? So we're all congratulating ourselves, thinking, yes, this is perfect. Now we're home free now, everything is fine. We don't have to worry. And then she goes, okay, well, can you show me what you were doing? So now, on the fly, we had to try and roleplay as missionaries with the most hackneyed conversation stuff ever about how we were questioning villagers about possible corruption. Now, try and imagine 12-year-olds desperately trying not to be caught with doing something bad, being caught doing it, and then coming up with the most convoluted possible lie, and then being forced to act out this lie. We should have won an Oscar for it because it was amazing. Nothing actually ever came of it. Oh, except the screen got taken away from us. It didn't actually have anything. It just had like numbers and dice rolls and stuff on it. So it looked like gibberish, but it made sense to us. We didn't carry the rule books or anything around with us because that would have been really bad. But this reminds me of the time that my Judas Priest CD was taken away from me. Wow. Anyway, guys, I really want to play D&D again. I'd love to play it with those guys, but they've got their established group, so maybe I'll figure something out. But I like the setup that they have. I will link to as many of them as possible. I think Dragon will be putting up a video of it soon, but I'll link to the first two videos. You should really watch it. It's fantastic role playing. These guys are hilarious. So thanks for watching, everybody. You've been a fantastic audience, and I will catch you next time. Adios.